Left hand side. Right hand side. Layup. It's working.
I'm not gonna do it. Does your son want to stand up and do this, your little son? No. Sam, you have like a 14-year-old little girl.
I can ask everybody to please see that their mobile telephone is on silent.
Just like that. Huh? No, him first. There you go.
Page 1. Have you known more than that is one of the dead of the road? Tell him the Lord of the Khayl of Eretz, the Teva, the Leilom, and the Domat of El. Toshe Dele Shataka, the Teva Shuv Bnei Adam, Ki El Shona Beinacha Ki Yem Etmol Ki Aver Vashmirav Avinu. Emoze and saying the Hebrew Shana of the word Shemanim Shana. The Rav of all of the other. Ki gas fish with Ufal and Mesa Lena came Heda and Nabi the Vacham. Yeshua the Nabi Motzoi. Krau Bies Kara Yazid Rasha Darka the Isha and Machshav Esau. Yosha the Nabi Rachamen. The Ella the Enu Ki Abel Soa. Kiboy Machshav Esau Machshav Esau. Loy Tarf Echem Bracha and Yom Adinoi. Ki Gogo Shemayim Be'aretz. Kein Gogo Bracha and Darf Echem. Machshav Esau and Machshav Esau.
Dirsha Nabi Motzoi, Kroye Sekalai, Yazar Rosh Zarkai, Shot Machshav Esau. Yosha Dalai Rakameo, Yellow Hano Kianda, Stoya, Kilay Machshav, Machshav, and Lloyd Rafet and the Rafai, the Gom Abinoi, King Gobble Shomai Mayores, King Gobble Rafai, Darfet, and Machshav, Machshav, and the Shafasiam. This is the story of Yosis. You look for the way, and you know the young men of the best of the way of the long Abinayos, which he custom in the one. Malcolm Yashar, the Apostle Shalai, Load of Stock and finding the darkness in the Almodes. Yashar is the Almodes, the Shalaya, Rock, Toshan, the Emotion, so now. Midrash, and my people, the Fasti Goddess, Kalashe, the lobby, to the lobby, Kalkin, in the Odom. Nayak, and Hathwell, in the late Odom, so the Valley, Soyun, input of Kerhanim, Urban in the Earth. Yahweh, Miyakum Koim Keshoin, Kifa Fine, what they love, I shall love you, so I shall not see you, Lenish, but I'm in law. Yes, of Rachameis, Abinoi, Stockman, Shoi, so don't punish Ma, as in the Aris, with the Monkeys and Kaladam. And you have come from nothing, or another Pellet Sidin, that's all the hard way about life very big. Lawyer that have nothing more, like after the trading, bottle in the up. The Namen waren nach der Frau, sie schon fast kamplos Sache, da macht es Frau nicht was sie gehen. Da ist dabei. About custom is that at the funeral you do not say husband. You don't do eulogies. Mendel was about custom is called, and so in deference to what would be his wishes, we will not have a eulogy. But the Chabad custom is for bread, to share stories of Siddim, to inspire and strengthen one another, to learn more, learn better, and be better people. Mendel was a living, breathing, walking, 24-hour for bread. So to give Mendel what he deserves and what he would love, we won't do eulogy today. We will go back. The Chassid Mendel was a Noisa Fachim, a man of contradictions, an enigma in many ways. So outgoing, but so private. Known by everyone and no one. He was so generous of spirit but kept so much to himself. He had many lives in New York, LA, and Sydney. Those who knew him from one of those lives knew nearly nothing about the others. But a common thread joins every part of his life, down to the very last day. He was a Chai Nurses Atzmei. He was alive, energetic, sharp, positive, loving, curious, and stubborn to the end. Mendel's father, the illustrious Chassid Meir, back in Russia as a young man, was arrested by the KGB. From the carriage that they carted him off in, he threw out a handwritten scrap of paper on which he wrote the Talmudic quote, even if a sharp sword is on a man's neck, he should never give up. When Mendel's mother, Sima, was expecting him, she and the family were living at the time in Philadelphia. It was later in her pregnancy, and they wanted to come into New York to be with the Rebbe for the Tishrei, for the Yom Kippur, the high holidays. But they never made a move without asking the Rebbe first. should they come into Tishrei? The Rebbe's response was, don't come in for Rosh Hashanah, come for the Fried Chateg, for the happy days, meaning the joyous days of Sukkot and Simchas Torah. The Itkins understood this to mean that the baby would be coming before they'd be able to come for Rosh Hashanah, and indeed Mendel was born on the second day of Rosh Hashanah in Toshin Tezayin, 1956. Being born on Rosh Hashanah became a defining feature of Mendel's character. He was a chauffeur. He aroused people. He was noisy. He inspired people. He brought people to tshuva.
Good one.
He took the day of Rosh Hashanah very seriously. He was a Baltakeh, blowing in several shuls around the world, on the street, and anywhere to find a Jew. So that year after Mendel was born, just a week or so later, Reb Meir's father went into Crown Heights for Sukkot. And he went by the Rebbe on Shana Rabbah to receive lecha, honey cake, the Rebbe would give out. The Rebbe gave Reb Meir an extra piece, saying, I'm sure the doctors will allow you to add this to the baby's bottle. You can almost literally say that Mendel drank in Hasidus in his mother's milk. And here began the unbelievable closeness and intimate personal attention, the kiruvim that he received from the Rebbe his entire life. The Rebbe saw then what we all see now, that he was a unique, powerful neshama who was destined to touch so many of us. Deacons moved from Philadelphia to New York into a house right next to 770. They shared a wall with the Rebbe's language. From their kitchen, they could hear the Rebbe and Rebbetzin in their own private sukkah singing. I remember hearing them sing in English, "We want Mashiach now," which I think they're singing now too. Mendel and his brothers collected Rebbe pictures, photos of the Rebbe. And once they were in the front courtyard of 770, which was their playground, sitting on the ground comparing their collections and admiring the Rebbe pictures that they had, when they noticed a shadow cast over them from behind, an adult was standing over watching them. They looked up to see it was the Rebbe, smiling at them.
So cute.
But they didn't know where to put themselves. When Mendel was 5, his father wrote into the Rebbe asking if it was the right time to send him to Cheder, to school. Some days passed, and they didn't receive an answer from the Rebbe. Mendel and Fitch, his brother, were walking down the street, and they saw the Rebbe coming. Mendel said to his brother, "Go ask the Rebbe for an answer." Fitch bravely did so. He said, "My father wrote a letter and didn't get an answer." The Rebbe said, "He'll get an answer soon." The letter came the next day. Mendel, can you ask the Rebbe for an answer now? We have a lot of questions. No answers.
Someone just like that.
4 of Mendel's siblings have dropped everything to be by his side for his last days. And they're here today. Thank you, Fitcher, Label, Time. Champions not able to make it. And the bottom of the time, his late brother Zalman, whose 10th yard is this coming Sunday, a week after Mendel. Mendel was one of the first Talmidim in Old Torah, and as a buffer, was a shliach about time he remembered very fondly. On Shmini Atzeres Lamed Ches in 1977, the Rebbe had a heart attack while in 770. There were 2 Hasidim who were dispatched to the Montefiore Cemetery to the oil of the Frierdiker Rebbe. Those 2 Hasidim were Rabbi Khan and Reb Benedict. I can only imagine what that long walk was like. I guarantee it wasn't in silence. That year, as Mendel was sent by the Rebbe to LA together with Shia Het, who's here today, President Shafat and others, to found the Yeshiva Or HaChaim. His years in LA were fruitful, and his impact on that community strongly felt till this day. He lives there in LA with his 2 sons who are here, Heshi and Yossi, together with Yossi's wife Laura and their 2 children. They will keep happy memories of their years with their father, like the time when the boys were around 8 or 11 years old, and 3 of them were at a pizza store. A man in a hoodie looking ragged and shabby walked in. The boy said, "Tati, Tati, can we give this homeless man some pizza?" The homeless man looked up and said, "Hey, Mendel." Mendel knew this guy because Mendel was a fundraiser. And this was somebody who Mendel asked for money. The homeless guy was Bob Dylan. And he sat with the boys and shared some pizza. His friendships in LA were not just with superstars, with the entire community. His friendships ran deep. The community there is as devastated as we are here. He left there many years ago, but still, his friends visited him. Several came in the last few weeks, even some for just a couple of hours to be with Mendel. There's a daily shir in LA at 6 a.m. every morning that Mendel started with a friend 16 years ago. It was after for Brendan they were inspired to start learning together. And it's going on until this day. He had an unusual distinction of being sued for slapping someone on the back in shul. The accuser claimed that this over-friendly greeting had caused a shoulder injury and took him to court. In court, the judge asked Mendel, "Do you drink often?" Mendel answered, "Once in a blue moon." "Are you sure?" the judge said. Mendel repeated, "Once in a blue moon." The judge was convinced that he won the case. The lawyer said that it was Mendel's confident response, "Once in a blue moon," that swayed the judge. Mendel said he had no clue what once in a blue moon means. There can be no question that the best thing that happened to Mendel as a kid was Aviva. Aviva gave him the sole companionship he was yearned for, brought him into the loving embrace of the wide Anzac family, who adored him and Aviva, and brought him into the Sydney community, where I believe he found himself fully. He landed here with a bang. He was a piece of 770 dropped into Bondi. He was the same Mendel in New York, LA, Sydney, and he picked up new friends very, very quickly. Somehow Mendel was everywhere. 615 million at Yeshiva, community college at Tzedek, which as of today is called the Mendel College. Blowing shofar at Nefesh, teaching at Kesser Torah, at Cheder. Along with Aviva's conversion students who got to know him, no one ever forgot him once you met him. Everyone in the community knew Mendel and loved him. There are some people who make everyone feel like they're a close friend, but Mendel really had close friends, so many of them. He had this touch with people, a social genius. You couldn't help loving him. Mendel's impact on this community is in a small way reflected by the outpouring of support that we've seen in the last few weeks. If you want to know the real reason why Hashem allowed WhatsApp to exist, look at the Tilling group. People around the world, around the clock, doing what they can for Mendel. The family truly appreciates all of it and says thank you to everyone. It gave Aviva Mendel a huge boost in this unbelievably difficult time to know that everyone was rallying around her. And Aviva, I'm sure you know that support will continue in the difficult time ahead. Mendel refused to lose his New York demeanor even coming here. And although he would sometimes try to imitate the Australian accent, he didn't do a very good job of that. He did bow to the laws of etiquette, and he broke a lot of rules. He would strike up conversations in elevators. He would talk to telemarketers. He was friendly with neighbors, although he used incorrect names for them. Aviva's children came to love and respect Mendel, and he saw them as his own, while always trying to know his place in the family. Kaya, Zalman, Doralea, Kaya, and Esther each had their connection with him, and all by his side to lead him. His children-in-law, Yossi Lucas, Hailima, Lady Joseph, honored him. The lady being close by meant a lot to Mendel. He was immensely proud to call him his son-in-law. The overriding feature of Mendel's character is his love for learning, particularly the Rebbe Siddhis. And his love for that is legendary. Whenever you saw him, he had a question in learning. He would share an idea or art. The morning call gave him the greatest pleasure. Just this morning, they had a question and they said, "Where's Mendel?" And he answered. Every story you told him, he knew better. And he would interject with corrections and additions, all for the love of Torah. Even yesterday, when somebody would share a word of Torah with him, his eyes lit up. I wish he would be correcting me now. This is all a mistake. Mendel and Aviva's home is legendary for its hospitality. Amazingly generous hospitality. Everyone and anyone felt comfortable at their full table. And Mendel always had an interesting word to share. Mendel had endless respect for his in-laws, wherever Mrs. Anzac, and would always ask for an Anzac to speak first at the table, and listen avidly to his words of Torah. birth of Meir breathed new life into Mendel, and he became the most devoted Tati imaginable. Chani Ansmak can't be here today, and we wish her mother Rivka Bas Rachel and her brother Chaim Berg and Rivka Rufo Shleimer, and ask Mendel to be put to better for them. Chani says she doesn't know many children who have had the amount of one-on-one quality time with a parent like Meir has had with Mendel. He was the ultimate hands-on father, doting on him, teaching him, telling him Siddish tales, and enjoying real nachas. Mendel made sure to pass down that Siddish richness that he himself received from growing up at the feet of the Rebbe. There's no question that those precious moments will last a lifetime for Meir. And his loving family and community will keep his Tati's memory alive for him always, because no one will forget the Mendel. The last few weeks were painful beyond imagination. And what Mendel went through, we could not even show you. But one thing we couldn't say, Mendel remained Mendel, right today. He made it clear to the doctors and nurses that only positivity is welcome in his room. Other patients around him learned the meaning of Shachut Betzalel. Think good and it will be good. And they put on tefillin for Mendel too. He always just wanted to know, what should I be thinking? What is the right thing to do now? The way he himself explained it is the same way as we explain him. No self-thought. It's all a big contradiction. He knew things were not looking good, but he had absolute faith that all will be good. In his own words, you can't fight City Hall. But at the same time, you get told. We will continue to honor you, Mendel, by doing what you did best. Committing to attending Minyan, increasing and learning Torah, making peace with each other and reaching out to others in love. And above all, thinking good. As Aviva says, that he became the shliach for the traffic of the time. He's the Rebbe's ambassador in this world. Positive thinking. What can I say to a family in mourning for such a devoted husband, loving father, grandfather, brother-in-law? What can I say to a community grieving such a loyal and irreplaceable friend? I don't know words. So I'll let Mendel speak in his words. Words that he said to me last week. Why is that not so morbid? It's going to be hard, but it's going to be okay. Mendel, we need some time to cry for you, so please let's do that. But we will listen to you, and we will fulfill the shlichus the Rebbe gave to you, and you passed over to us. Year 12. Finish in Amen. Amen.
No, no. You want to do it? Kill him all the way off.
Yes, yes,
I'm too short.
הרב מנחם מנדל ברמי שהולך לעולמוי אוי בעבור שנדיבו צדקה ביד עד קורס נשמוסוי בגן עדן תהי מנוחוסוי לא כן בכל הרחמים יעשת ירהו בידי זנגן הפך ליום ויצרור ביצרות לחיים נשמוסוי אדוני ונחלוסוי ויולוח על משכבוי ושלום
So we've been yawning every night this week, 7:50 p.m. at 49A Edward Street, that was the week's house. 7:50 p.m. at night, and every morning at 7:30. Sunday morning will be 9 a.m. the last. In keeping with Chabad custom, as his men will wish,
If anyone
we
wants to
ask
ask
that
Michal
when we
now, you
approach
can.
the family here, or that the cemetery, till everything is finished, you'll have opportunity at Shiva to approach them. Also from here, I can ask only the men first to go out. Only after all the men are out, then the women to keep separate, please. Keep going here and at the cemetery. During the Shiva, the family is observing quiet times when they ask no one to visit between 12 and 2 p.m. and 5 and 7 p.m. We ask people to respect that. The pallbearers.
You didn't ask for Michal to do it now.
We have two washing basements, left for the ladies, on the right side for the men.
Is she?